A woman's life and her seasons closely follows the seasons of Mother Nature and her evolving plant life, since woman is a living, growing being, just like a flowering and then later fruiting plant. Mother Nature sprouts in the spring. She flowers in the spring to summer. She fruits in the summer. She harvests in the autumn. She goes to seed and rests in the deep ground in the winter. And then she comes full circle to sprouting again when spring comes round once more. So for us as women, we have these seasons too: the maiden, the young girl, the springtime of our lives as we sprout and grow and experience; the mother, the young woman, the summer of our lives as we flower and fruit; the queen, the mature woman, the autumn of our lives as we reap, ideally at least, reap the harvest of our labors; and finally, the wise woman, the old woman, the winter of our lives as we rest from our labors, as we come into peace, as we spiritually surrender to the winding down of this particular life. Each season has its joys, its aspects to celebrate, and each season has its lessons to learn and absorb. As young women, as maidens, we are like seeds sprouting in spring. All our energy goes to experiencing life, to exploring our world, to growing. The maiden is a phase of life, yes, but like all the archetypes, it is also a power that lives within us no matter our age. And the power is in knowing that even when we're 50, 60, 70, 80, and beyond, that maiden still lives within us. And as long as we remember her, we can keep her powers within us, accessible at any time. From spring, the earth turns, and in late spring, we begin to grow towards the mother archetype. Not for each woman necessarily to have physical children, but certainly for each woman to be creative, to have a seed of goodness internally that she's willing to gestate, she's willing to nurture as it grows inside her. She's willing to birth into the outer world and then take care of that being some more until that creation, whatever it is, whether it's a baby or a book or a company, whatever that woman has chosen to give birth to, until that entity can grow up and take care of itself. Between the maiden and mother, between the mother and queen, and between the queen and wise woman archetypes are a few very important sub-archetypes that, in order to be fulfilled as women, we would do well to acknowledge and allow the powers of each of these archetypes to also be incorporated into our psyches. We talk about all these in the Queen teachings, but today we are focusing on the season of spring to summer, of the archetype of maiden to mother. And we call this time Maiden-to-MotherFire, because the element of this season is fire, is about blood, is about transformation, which is the fire element. The ancient Celtic holy day was and is Beltane or May Day. Some say Walpurgisnacht in the Teutonic tradition. This holy day has always been about coming into your fertility, about woman's blood, about fertilizing the fields for later growth and harvest. By late spring, we have lived through our maiden time with its exploring and its experiencing and its growing in power. The maiden The springtime of our lives as women is wild and free. She cannot be tamed. She has no to-do list. She is for herself. And she lives within us always, no matter our age. Summer is coming, and with it, our mother archetype, ready to accept the power and responsibility of creation, of being seeded by something she chooses, by gestating and then birthing and then nurturing. But before the mother power comes into her own, there are two sub-archetypes, the Amazon and the lover. There are some others, but we'll focus on these two. The Amazon is the mature maiden, the defender of the tribe, the maiden woman who is strong and has the guardian spirit. The Amazon spirit in the unseen world, in the spirit world, in her archetype, she has no family, no children, no encumbrances to whom she is attached and beholden. She is beholden to the entire tribe and protecting the tribe. Not one individual, but the tribe. She probably does have a faithful hound or two, and possibly, very possibly, a beloved horse. And with these friends, she is the protector of the entire tribe. Now, not every woman has a strong Amazon, but many do, particularly a lot of butch lesbians I know. I myself have a strong Amazon within me. When I'm in a circle of women, I always feel very called to protect, to defend, to watch over the circle of women as they gather. So we talk more about the Amazon in the Queen teachings. Also, between the maiden and the mother is the lover. May is also the time of the year we celebrate the lover archetype in woman, and we call this time Maiden-to-MotherFire, acknowledging this transition from the wild, free, unencumbered, yet passionate, mature maiden, just coming into her moon time, her first blood, and the mother archetype who is ready to decide to create, choose a mate, join, and allow something to be seeded within her, something that she will choose to gestate and birth later when the time is right. Both the maiden and the mother are about blood, and May is the time of celebrating woman's sacred blood. This is why we decorate with red roses to symbolize woman's blood. The maiden blood is the young woman having her first moon as a teenager. And the mother is the time of being able to nurture a baby in the cradle of her womb, in her sacred, nourishing blood. The maiden, we remember, is free and has no responsibilities. Her blood is for herself, for her own passions. The maiden is for herself. The maiden can experience the lover, perhaps if she's lesbian and has no wish to create a child, or if she wishes to experience her passion without intending any creation. But a woman wishing to create something in the world must express her lover self with an intention of creation, which invokes and evokes the mother archetype. That is what the mother's blood is for. Not for herself, but for her creation, to be nurtured in that sacred blood, the way a baby is nurtured in the womb, surrounded by nourishing blood. Before a woman can truly enter into her power as the lover, intending to be the creator, she must acknowledge what she is wishing to create, who or what she is willing to join with in order to create this new being, whether it's a baby or a book or a company. And she must understand what she is willing to give in return, because to create something in this physical plane of reality, in this material reality, costs something. You must give something. The ancient peoples of what is now the American Southwest, many of them, had an important ritual that they engaged when they wanted to bring something forth into manifestation. They undertook a vision quest to what they called the holy people, spirit people in the unseen world, some of them ancestors, some of them other holy people. And before they could do that, they had to be utterly clear on exactly what they were asking for and what they were willing to exchange in order to receive the help of the holy people in manifesting the desired thing. They understood that this was an energetic exchange. They were asking for something from the holy people, so they had to give something to the holy people. It might have been a promise of some kind to care for the creation that would manifest. It might have been to devote oneself to goodness through the creation they were seeking. They also went to great lengths to prepare themselves for making this request of the holy people. They understood that it required special preparation in order to be in the right state to receive the help of the holy people. The maiden is not prepared to create and birth and take care of somebody. Remember, she is for herself. That is her proper place, to be focused on herself. The lover to mother is the archetype in woman who is readying herself to be able to create and take responsibility for that creation. When a woman creates, obviously, she can't just create and then walk away like a turtle. Turtles can walk away from their eggs, and that's how they create. But a woman is not a turtle. And so when her baby is born, she has to continue to take care of it until it is able to live on its own. Think of the maiden who's 13, 14 years old. She's already had her first moon, but if she's raped by a man or talked into having sex with a man, she's not really prepared to give birth and then take care of her creation. She might be physically ready to give birth, but she's not ready in any other way. She's still a maiden, and she should not be in that position. This is not right that this happens to her by men. We need to protect our maidens. We need to call out men who have sex with very young girls who are not ready in any way to have a baby. A woman needs to be a little more mature. She needs to have some resources. She needs to have thought things through. To create spiritually, to create powerfully, a woman must actually follow something along these lines of these steps. Number one, in the first place, she must be crystal clear on what she is intending. Number two, she must choose to join with the appropriate thing that will spark the creation. To create a baby, a physical human child, she must join with a man. To create a book, she must join with the idea or purpose of the book. To create a company, she might join with a partner to share the responsibility. To create a temple, she might join with a community. Number three, she must decide what she is willing to give, what she is willing to offer in exchange to create this new entity and to have it come into physical manifestation. To create a baby, she has to give her body for 9 months. To create a book, she must give some period of time to writing. To create a company, she must contribute her ideas, her energy, her money. To create a temple, she must give her life to her community. Number four, before she meets with her holy people, she must prepare herself. The ancient Hopi would take a special ritual bath to prepare themselves to meet with the holy people. In our time, to create a baby, a woman might prepare herself by maybe getting in shape and laying in stores of baby clothes and make sure that she has a nursery ready to receive the baby. To create a book, she might prepare herself by setting up her writing desk and maybe buying supplies, maybe hiring someone to clean her house so that she has time to write. To create a company, she might prepare herself by getting her finances in order. She might sit with her accountant and her tax woman, and she might file papers of incorporation. To create a temple, she might prepare herself by studying goddess history, by getting a degree in women's theology, by perhaps simplifying and paring down her life so that she has the space to devote herself fully to her community. This is May, the time of the lover, the time of the maiden's fire, blood, and passion for herself, moving into the mother's fire, blood, and passion to create something new in the world. If we wish to create something new, this is a wonderful time to avail ourselves of the energy of the season that is fully supporting us in seeding our new venture, our new creation, whatever that might be. The season is supporting us in our choosing who or what we shall join with or mate with to bring that creation about. The season is supporting us in what we shall choose to give in this energy exchange of life. And the season is supporting us in how we shall decide to prepare ourselves to make this energy exchange, to create. We are in an amazing time of the year, the time of seeding our creation. This May, feel into these things and let us see what flowers. Blessed be.